All right, man. We're going to get into Hercules in just a second. That opens next week. But I do want to talk to you about the situation with LeBron James. You call Miami home, correct?
I still do, yeah, since I was 18. So I always like to say, the moment I walked on the University of Miami campus, I haven't left.
Okay, so LeBron James, big hit in Miami, takes his talents back to Cleveland. What was your reaction when you heard that?
The reaction was, well, I was bummed because you never want to see a guy like that leave. He's arguably the greatest player on the planet, and he's brought such great success and galvanized the team in Miami. And so at the end of the day, look, he's a buddy of mine. I'm grateful for the amazing memories. I'm grateful I'm grateful for the 2 championships that he bought, and I'm grateful for the greatness and the legacy that those guys left behind. So now we're in a position where those guys, between Bosch and Wade and the rest of the team and front office, they've all been in situations like this where a move like this, a void like this, is either going to be your excuse or it's going to be your reason.
Yep.
And in this case, I know those guys down there, and they're professional athletes, and they are driven to win. And now it's moving on. And it's easier said than done, by the way, when you say onward after LeBron James. But but what an incredible challenge we have down in Miami to pull our team together and see if we could get back to dominating status.
Was LeBron a wrestling fan?
Yeah.
What, is he?
Yeah, he is. As a matter of fact, I gave him his first WWE championship belt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was one of mine, yeah.
Did he give you something back in return? I mean...
he said, listen, I'll give you anything you want. I'll give you signed shoes, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. But I will say this, what I do have is I have his Beats Just Made wireless, 3-pair of wireless on the planet, LeBron headphones that I have. And 2 went to him, 1 went to me. It was a gift, so that's all I need.
All right, let me get this straight. Are you an actor who wrestles now, or are you a wrestler who acts? What's your day job? What do you list in your tax form?
What? the tax form. Well, I'm an actor, and I've been an actor for such a long time now. In 2004, I quietly retired from professional wrestling and from the WWE. I had my last match in Madison Square Garden in 2004, where I had my first match when I came into the WWE. And I didn't want to make a big exodus. I didn't want to make a big deal about it. A lot of guys choose to leave that way. I just wanted to quietly do my thing. And the opportunity to go back into the WWE for a 3-year run to headline 3 WrestleManias back-to-back was an incredible experience.
And you got badly hurt in one of those, correct? Well, tell us a little bit about what happened there in 29.
I did. In WrestleMania 29, was the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
Yep.
That's what we wanted to do.
Big deal. Boffo.
It was in New York, and myself, John Cena. It was something that John and I, and Vince McMahon too, by the way, we dreamed about something like this. So we went into that match. We had 50 minutes at about the 25-minute mark.
That's a long time to be going at it, right?
It was a 50-minute match.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It's WrestleMania. It's a WWE championship. And, in the wrestling world, we have a term called doing the honors. And doing the honors means when a champion loses and creates another champion. And for me, growing up in the business of wrestling, I was honored to do the honors for John and for the business in WWE. 50-minute match, 25 minutes in, I tear my rectus off my pelvis.
Wow, that just sounds bad.
It was that earned pain. It was a lot of fun. I didn't want to alert John. I didn't want to tell the referee. I thought, well, let me limp through this match. And I had an additional 25 minutes to go. There's no timeouts in wrestling, you know what I mean? Right. So it weakened the other tendons in that area. And the final move of the match, John gives me his big finish. And I'm happy now I've just gotten through these 25 minutes. And on impact of that, because everything else was weak in that area, I tore the adductor tendon from my pelvis as well. Amazing finish. We were on top of the ramp saying goodbye. I was happy to walk out on my own shield, and we were in the back, and Vince McMahon came to the back. John Cena was back there, and John said, hey, are you okay? You got hurt? And I said, yeah, I think there's something wrong. I'm not quite too sure what it is. He did one of the greatest things, got up, gave me a hug. Vince gave me a hug, and John pulled out a bottle of real, authentic moonshine in a jar. In a jar, by the way, in a jar.
Screw off the top.
We literally screwed off the top. He said, "You like to cheers?" I said, "Damn right I would." Come on. So we all shared a little drink, and that was my injury, in which I did not have it surgically reattached. The doctor said, hopefully with good training and rehab, it would all scar tissue up.
And then you got to Hercules. Obviously, you had to do some work for that. And I was watching you a little bit this morning. 7 meals a day, and then. Tell me about the lion. I mean, everyone wants to know about the lion blood. Do you actually drink lion blood, or is that a Hercules thing? What is that?
Well, it's not actually lion blood. The 7 meals was what I had to do. You know, epic results. You have to put in the epic effort.
Yep.
Right? That's the way it goes, especially in sports or in movies. But it's not lion blood technically. It's technically, no, I know, it's gorilla blood.
Okay, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's not lion, it's gorilla blood. You got to go with the silverback blood, by the way. And there's the diet right there.
Unbelievable, the amount of food you ate, the amount of training you did to do this. Now, you've been trending all day, Rock on SC. People have been asking questions.
Having a blast.
Yeah, you have been dominating there. I want to get to a couple of these. What is your favorite thing to do? Wrestle, act, play college football?
Oh, man. By the way, I loved all three. That's hard. It's like, who's your favorite kid?
Right.
My time at University of Miami was very special. I'll tell you why. Because it was a time where I had no money. We were all broke, but we're all playing because we love the game. And it defined who I am today. Like all of us, by the way. Ray Lewis, Warren Sapp. It gave us a great work ethic to carry for the rest of our life.
At the U, when you guys won a national championship, of course. Which SportsCenter anchor would you most like to give the people's elbow to?
David, right?
as I edge slowly away. Who's your favorite athlete of all time? That's the next question.
My favorite athlete of all time is Muhammad Ali.
The only person you follow on Twitter?
I'll tell you why. When I was 6 years old, I met Muhammad Ali in New Zealand, sat on his lap. I got a picture. I still have the picture today. He doesn't remember that, but I met him then again when I was a rookie in the WWE. And I was 25 years old, and I went up to him. I shook his hand at an event, and I said, "It's such an honor to meet you, champ." And I didn't want to waste his time anymore, and I pulled back, and he pulled me back in.
Really?
And he goes, "Can you rumble?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I can. I think I can rumble." So 3 years later, in 1998, I start calling myself the People's Champ in the WWE. When we were in, and I was a heel at that time, a bad guy, and when we were in Louisville, Kentucky, his family had come to see me perform. I met them backstage. I saw his wife, and I said, "Please tell Muhammad that it's only out of respect that I call myself the People's Champion. I will gladly not do it anymore." And she goes, "No. He loves that you call yourself the People's Champ, and he wants you to use it. It's yours." And, you know, for a guy like that, for a guy who I've admired, I admire his charisma, his humanity, his swag, his coolness, his athletic ability.
Yeah.
Was so incredible. So he's the only one I follow on Twitter.
That's cool.
And he just tweeted me the other day. He said he was excited about watching Hercules. I love it.
All right, they said we got to get one more question in. It's this one. Rock on Sports, their touchdown dance. You must have one on standby. What is it? Do you have a touchdown dance?
Of course I do, yeah.
Are you going to do it for us?
Oh, you want me to get up and do it?
I don't know. It's up to you. This is your show here at this point.
I'm going to show you what happens.
Right.
This is what happens when I score a touchdown.
All right, give it to us.
Why are you laughing?
I am not laughing. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is the end zone, right?
Okay.
Get into the end zone. Boom. And it's like, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
But no.
Okay. I thought that was it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not done yet. And then I give the ball to the referee. And then what happens? I'm not done yet. Then I take the ball back and throw it to the people. And they go crazy.
That's a fine, though.
Don't you tell me what it is.
That's a fine. 5,000.
It is not a fine. Fine me then.
All right. Hey, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Hercules.
Hercules.
Next week, opening up with The Rock.
What'd you think of my dance?
I loved it. I'm sorry I got in the middle of it there. I messed the whole thing up. Back to you, Randy.
Oh, man. It doesn't matter what you think of the dance. Steve Spurrier putting on a show at SEC Media Day.